All right, let's talk about this. 11 life paths. 11 life paths just know things. Don't try to lie to them. Don't try to fake things with them. Don't tell them something that you aren't, okay? 11 life paths are so intuitive. If you do try to mess with them in that sort of way, they just know things. They literally just know things. Like, a lot of 11 life paths, and I'm not talking about every single 11 life path, because again, one more thing, I stress this a lot, and I talk about this, and I emphasize on this. If you are an 11 and you let your emotions get the best of you, okay, please do not expect to be extremely psychic, even though you'll still be psychic, even though you'll still have those gifts in you, because you're an 11. You're an 11. Like, that's not going to be taken away from you if you're an 11 life path, okay? But just like, if you are someone, okay, if you are someone that, and if you're an 11 life path and you're someone that has completely, like, when someone says something to you and you let it affect you, you let it just fully overtake your consciousness, that means that that person has more control over you than you have control over yourself. You see what I mean? Like, if you let your emotions, like, if someone said something about you, which is not true, and you know it's not true, and you know thyself, you are fully tapped in, you are passing your test. You are passing a lot of your tests because, and you're passing a lot, I didn't say all, by the way, so pay attention, because there's a plethora of different things that 11s have to observe, okay? You notice I'm very careful with my words. I'm not saying have to do, have to observe and embody, because embodiment is different than doing. Everything is coming to you. Everything is happening for you. Everything is propagating for you. But it's your belief. It's what you believe. If you don't believe in it, then even if you're a master number, and I've talked about this before, if you're a Lamborghini, no matter how good of a Lamborghini you are, if there's a crisis and you have to evacuate from the city but you have no gas, that Nissan Altima, that Honda Civic, those cars are going to be more useful than your Lamborghini at that point. That's how it is for 11 life. It's like, you just know things, you do know things, but, and I'm talking about Ascension. This is why I recommend all my 11s go watch my other videos about the third eye, about ascending timelines, right? If you're just watching about sexual transmutation, if you're a man, if you're an 11 brother and you're watching my video, okay, I would highly, highly recommend, and it doesn't have to even be you don't even have to watch my other videos on it, but learn sexual transmutation. Go learn from someone else if you want to. It's up to you. Learn about sexual transmutation. Now, with 11 life paths, you're not fooling them. You're not fooling them. Like, here's an example, I'll tell you right now. If someone is about to snake you, right? If someone's about to mess your life over, if someone wants to really get to you, you will probably see it in a dream. Or you'll probably have a vision about it. Or you'll probably, if you are really tapped in, you'll directly get a message through your third eye, like the antenna that you have in your body. If you are tapped in, that is, okay? Now, as an 11 life path, you can use your energy for good or evil. I'm not here to tell you what to use it for. I'm not here to tell you to do things for good. I'm not here to tell you to do things for evil. That's not what I'm saying. That's your choice. That if you want to keep on coming back here, and another thing is, like, Earth is a lower vibrational density. Like us being in the bodies that we have right now, it's a big test for us because we are pure soul. We are soul. So when you come here and you are engaged a lot in the carnal, just know that you are entertaining a frequency. You are entertaining the lower carnal mind. And once you're in the lower carnal root chakras, it's not the easiest to receive messages and just know things. This is why there are some 11s that are still very confused. Like they're very, very confused about things. And the reason being said is because you have to tap into that 11 psychic. It's like that psychic frequency of yours. Now, let me tell you guys something. Do you guys know that there are elites? And I hate even using that word. Like, let's just correct that. There are people in this world that structure a lot of things. And they conceive they do certain things to try to make sure that their kids are born on an 11 master number day or 22nd or 33rd master number day. They try to do these things. They are trying their best. Okay? And most of us are just born as 11 life paths, and most of us don't even know how lucky we are for having that energy. In fact, there are some 11s that are like, oh, when is this all gonna end? This is so hard and everything. I do get it. I'm not here to judge you on that. I get it. Sometimes I'm even like, this density is now, it's getting too dense. It's too dense, but you have to know that you just know things. You just know things. Like, even with like the world, like, you know everything, you know all these things are a stage. Like deep down inside, you know, like even the Republican or the Democrat, like all these parties, like they're all one. Like they're all working together. You know that. Like you legit, like, even though like you'll see the average Joe Schmo, like when you go to a lot of these parties, like people are talking about politics or this person, that person, like you're not really entertained by that because you know that like they're all working together. You know that the weather is manipulated, like they're controlling the weather. Like you know that. Like you just know these things. Like you know a lot of these people are lying to you about how your body even operates. Like a lot of these people, like they don't want you to know the truth. You just know that. Like for someone to sit with you and talk about like timeline ascension or the third eye, like you know there's truth in there. You know that there's truth because like deep down you've played this game so many times. Like you've been on earth so many times. Like you've done this so many times that like at this point, even that's the reason why so many 11s like feel like this is not our home. Like we feel that, we know that, we actually know that. And like at the end of the day, this is like one of the main reasons why I'm like, I personally want to ascend. You know what I mean? Like in the end of the day, I do get where some people are like, there is duality on earth, but in reality it's all singularity, and even the bad teaches the good. I get it. I'm with that. I'm with that. But do you want to keep on having to play this game over and over and over again? Like, do you want to have to keep coming back and like going through these tests? And like, you know, when you're on earth, like you're bound, like you're on earth, you're governed by laws. Like again, your soul is free. Okay, your soul is free. Think about it like this. Like you come on earth, right? You have to work a job or do a business, or like just to live, you have to buy land, you have to grow food, or you have to buy food, or you have to like people get injured, this that happens, family events happen. Like Earth is really like every single day you're like the body is, you know what I mean, right? And even now that we're like moving into like the fifth, sixth density, things are manifesting way too fast. And this is why I'm like very, very careful of my words. Like I try to be very careful with the things that I say, because a lot of the things that I just say, just some of them really happen. Some of them really, really happen. Or like dreams and visions, like they just happen. And like, that's a way to know, like, you're not from here. So you just know things, like you know things. Even you talking to me, right? You listening to me right now. You're listening to another 11 life path right now, and you're like, okay, yeah, this guy, he is saying like he is saying something that really resonates to a very huge part of me. And the reason being said is because 11 tribe. If you're still watching this, put it in 11 tribe. You know what I mean? Like, that's what my videos really, really tend to help you. A lot of people have messaged me, and by the way, I'm so grateful for your guys' messages, comments. You guys hopping on Instagram, taking out the time to message me, ask about my day, things of that nature. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm very lucky. I really appreciate all of you guys, all my 11 tribe, all my 11 family, all you guys for being so kind and generous with your time, and just like messaging me and like letting me know how you guys really feel and stuff like that. And that's a big way, like, I get to study you guys, and I get to know, okay, like, what is really happening. And this is how some people, a lot of people, like, if you read the comments on You're Cut From a Different Cloth, one of my videos that did pretty good, people have made so many comments like, this guy knows, all these different things, and I'm paraphrasing. It's because I study us. I study myself. I study other 11s. Like, I look at the patterns. I do pattern recognition. And, like, I've noticed some very good patterns, and I've noticed some patterns that are, like... See, at this point, I don't even want to say the patterns that I've noticed in us that aren't, like, that are happening to us, but they're, like, teaching us lessons, but I don't want to really talk about them because... As I said, things are just manifesting like way too fast now. But just know that the answers are within you. This is why you just know things. That being said, have yourself a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are.